This is a story about a man that was just casually taking photos and caught a ghostly figure coming up from the ground. Now, the man who has told me this story has asked that I keep his name and location anonymous. So, in this story, back in the Kodak camera era, you know, where you take the photo and have to take it to be developed, well, the man went to take some photos of his family's graves for a family member that lived out of state. He's making a scrapbook up for them. So he took the camera, went there, and took a bunch of photos, but accidentally shot one photo off to the right, not far from the graves. Now, this was going to be a photo he was just going to throw away. It was just going to be some random accidental photo. But when he took the photo, and after having it developed, he noticed something. There was a ghostly figure coming up from the grave. This figure appeared almost like a mist, like a smoke just coming up from the grave. It took the figure form of like a skeleton, and as he described it, it had spiky hair, a face that looked like it was screaming, empty eye sockets, a long spiked tongue, long fingernails, and hands reached forward. You could only see to about its waist, and it just looked freaking evil, he said. Now, the man, he said, was a skeptic at the time and said, he didn't really believe in much, but people he showed it to kept saying, that is something there. That is some kind of ghost. The man kept shaking his head and was like, I'm not really a believer in that stuff. But they told him, take it to a psychic medium. So, he went and thought, what the heck? And when he took it to her, he sat down and showed her the photo. She looked at it only for a moment and then slapped it down on the table and told him, I do not care what you do with this. Burn it, bury it, tear it up, throw it away. Just get rid of it. Do not hold on to this. And the man asked, why? It'd just be a person, right? If that's kind of the thing you believe in. She said, that could never have been a person. That must have come from hell itself. That is one of the most evilest things I have ever seen. And I have been a psychic my whole life. She just told him straight out, get rid of it. Now, even though he still had his questions, he heeded the warning and burned the photo. The ashes he tossed away in an unknown location. After doing so, he said that, he always thought in his mind about that photo and what it was, but put it out of his mind. But since he saw that I do these type of stories, he reached out to me and told me this story. Thank you for listening. Please follow me here on TikTok. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. And remember, follow the crows. Have a good night, everybody.